Oh, how many more countdowns will I be denied for syncing purposes? Damn you! Damn you! No. Hey guys, Ranjan here, bringing all StarCraft commentary. It's going to be second set in Group F. The Avalon MSL round of 16 Flash up against Quanner on Carthage 3. Oh yeah, we're going to have Quanner as the white Zerg at 11 o'clock position. We're going to have Flash as the teal turn at the 5 o'clock position, and I am uber excited. Quanner is currently 1-0 ahead. 1 win away from taking Flash down and claiming a spot in the round of 8 in this MSL, and that just in and of itself is insanely exciting in my opinion. I am really, really excited to see what happens. I am actually, Flash hasn't really been playing at his best lately. He's of course kicked a lot of ass in Pro League, but it's been kind of a meh worthy occasionally. He's playing a little bit like C. Like, in kicks ass, absolutely, in the Pro League, but in the individual leagues, he like gets himself into round of 16 or so, then gets himself knocked out. And honestly, I find that quite a bit disappointing because Flash is really not playing up to his potential in individual leagues. There was that one time in the OSL, of course, where 2008 Bacchus OSL, where he just basically killed everybody. That was his OSL, just pure and simple. He just crushed everybody in his way and took the title. But since then, he's shown signs of mortality, that there's might be actually something human underneath, within his circuits, that there might be human AI within the robotronic mech spec that he is. Something like that. Quanner going to be going for a 12 hatchery here, so he's going to start off with his new early economic style. I really like this new style from Quanner. He goes for kind of early economy. He tends to go for 12 hatches pretty much every time, so other players might take advantage of that. And Flash does have a fairly early scout coming out, possibly scout. I think he might actually be going for a 14 command center. He has a SC inside of Quanner's base. I think he might have even read this, knew that this is a two-player map, but decided to go for risk anyway. I do believe he went for a 14 CC, kind of seeing, okay, Quanner's going for 12 hatches all the time, so I might as well do this. Quanner now putting down his second colony, but Flash does have the SCV scout inside, so he knows what he's doing, and he knows that he's safe in putting down at 14 command center, and didn't really have to play too safe. They could have put down like Sun 2 Raxes just in case he spotted. Quanner's going for 9 pull. Never mind the command center. But yeah, it wasn't necessary. Also putting down his Rax down just now. Didn't quite see whether he was putting down his refinery or not, so I'm not quite sure whether he's going for mech as we speak. We'll see that fairly soon. Just trying to attack that spawny foot constantly. There's nothing more annoying than hearing from your from the overmind that your base is being attacked. It's like, oh come on, go away, stop attacking my base. Looking at the poll, it's 79% of people think that Flash will take this. 21 think that Quanner will take this. So Quanner is not the favorite. He's heavily the underdog. Flash now going down a second rack, so he's going to go for Medic Marine build this time around. We're going to see whether he goes for his new Flash build, though I think that requires only 1 Rax and pretty much an early refinery, not a second rack. So he's apparently switching up, taking Medic Marine. Just trying to get a larger force out pretty quickly, because that's the way Quanner likes to play. As 6 Zerglings finally takes out that scouting SCV. Yeah, but Quanner's new style is pretty much that. Get an early economy as fast as possible, then just swarm troops. And Flash is going to need to respond against this. Is actually being forced to put down a bunker just beside his natural expansion because he saw those 6 Zerglings running down. We're also going to see whether Quanner puts down, get some speed for his Zerglings to make them even more effective. Still doesn't really have much mining at his natural expansion. Just getting his Zerglings out, also getting Lair. But is going to go down and put a lot of pressure on just with Zerglings. Adding in even more Zerglings. Wow, so Quanner is actually not mining at all his natural expansion. Actually going for sort of all in here. Actually going to put in a lot of pressure. There's 1 bunker with, I think, 1 Marine inside. I think his Zerglings have speed at this point. They're trying to run fast just behind those SCVs. The SCVs are going to be forced to run back to the main, just a few of them at least. Some of the Zerglings are going to try to get by. Some of the SCVs are blocking. Some of the Zerglings do get through. 4 Zerglings do get through, however. And I think there are more Zergling reinforcements. Now I'm going to see what Quanner manages to do with it. He has more Zerglings just outside, around the middle. And start off by killing the SCVs that were building the supply depot. Kwano, I think, might be going too aggressive here because Flash is going to have a lot of Marines out there. And even more Zerglings. So Kwano playing brilliant here, distracting Flash inside of his main, actually going for his natural expansion. A lot of Zerglings right inside of Flash's main at this point. We're going to see how Kwano manages to do this. He's just running Zerglings outside, trying to catch Marines as they pop out of those barracks. Killing more. 3 Marines, 4 Marines still, 5 Marines still there, and only 3 Zerglings left. So I think Kwano, yeah, he should have taken better advantage of that. Got all of his Zerglings caught by a lot of Marines. Engineer Bay now going for Flash, also getting control tower because he was allowed to get that academy up. Kwano still has 1 single Zergling side, but it's not going to be able to accomplish too much. Although he's getting the scouting information he needs at least. Flash going to put his Marines inside of his bunker, outside of his natural now. And Spire on the way for Kwano is finally mining a lot at his natural expansion. But yeah, I felt that attack there was a bit of a loss. Still running his Zergling side, spotting Flash, putting down his 3rd rack, spotting turrets all over the place, so he's spotting the turret positioning. So this kind of gives him an idea of where he might be able to put down, when we might be able to go in Mutalisks. Almost, yeah, it does manage to take a 1 ACV that was building a turret. So that was a beautiful play. He's going to try to go for another one. So he's being very annoying just with 1 single Zergling, microing that thing beautifully. Still alive, for crying out loud. Just running outside as soon as he sees Submarines. Finally gets his Zergling kill, but Kwano accomplished a lot more. Feels like he accomplished a lot more with 1 single Zergling than he did with 8 of them. Now has his Mutas out. I believe that's 4 or 5 of them. Marines, turrets all over the place for Flash, though. He has Medic Marines all over the place, so I don't think Kwano's going to be able to accomplish much, at least not at the main. There are only 2 turrets in natural, and there is the bunker as well. There's the Overlord spotting, and Kwano's going to start out by killing the SCV, building a turret. Not going to be able to accomplish too much attacking the turret, but Marines running in right away. Can continue microing against there, but honestly, I think Kwano shouldn't be risking it too much. He's in a bad position, actually. He's behind economically because he didn't really start doing too much at his new base really well. Just trying to attack, killing 1 turret before the Marines come in, so he's just running around right now, trying to do some damage here and there. Again, going to micro against, killing 1 SCV and attacking the turret as well, but Marines running in again. Flash microing his Marines pretty well, scanning all over the place so that he can get range on his turret against those Mutalisks. Kwano's still just grouping up a large number, so he's just trying to box Flash in at this point, going in for even more turrets. Not going to be too successful there either, unfortunately. Flash at this point has a lot of Medic Marines going up. Mining for 3 racks, is getting his upgrades. He has Stim at this point, most likely getting range now. As soon as those range kicks in, of course, those Medic Marines are going to be that more effective against this Mutalisk. So Kwano, if he wants to do something, really should try to do something as soon as possible. Get even more Mutalisks, just trying to micro against. Now going for, again, these turrets there. Forcing Flash pretty much to Stim up constantly, running back and forth, forcing him to rebuild turrets. But he's taking damage on his Mutalisks meanwhile, so that's not really something he wants to do. Focusing heavily on Mutalisk. I feel that Kwano really should expand at this point, expand the upper right-hand position, I believe, because he's behind economically, and Flash can just afford to put down as many turrets as he can, putting down 4th turret inside of his natural expansion, and these Mutalisks are going to be in a lot of trouble. Also 4th Rex coming up, so Flash is just steadily building up a rather large Medic Marine force. I think he's getting upgrade. I didn't quite see whether that engineering bit was flashing that. Mutalisk again going to go for it, but yeah, going to spot the 4 turrets and he's only going to fly back. Kwano is going to go for one of the turrets, though. He's going to run in, going to try to attack as many turrets as possible. Taking out 2 turrets instantly. Going to take out the 3rd and the 4th. Yeah, all the turrets are going to go down. Medic Marine's going to run in just in time to see that happen. I'm going to see how Kwano, with only those Medic Marines there, he might actually start microing against those, killing off the medics, killing off a couple Marines as well. Run in again, damaging some Marines, not killing them as he would have wanted. Not really, some of those Marines not really stimming. That's one of the things you want to do as a Mutalisk. Wait for those to stim, running in, losing in Mutalisk because he tries to pick off. I think he picked off 1 Marine. It's one of the things you want. You want to try to separate the Marines from the medics a little bit because as soon as they stim up and run at you, that's a good time to attack one of the Mutalisks. They become vulnerable, they lose some health. And maybe just before the medics manage to heal them. But now he's actually going to go for it here. 1 turret in the distance, 2nd turret being put up. But he's picked off a decent number of Medic Marines. I just think he's damaged his Mutalisk a little bit more than he would have wanted. Hasn't really accomplished much, so he's damaged the troops of Flash, but hasn't really done much economic damage at all. He's killed like an SCV or 2 here. Now going to go in for some SCVs. Finally going to do a little bit of economic damage. Flash going to group some of his SCVs. But actually now going to go for Kwano here, moving all of his Medic Marine troops right up north. While Kwano is trying to expand at the upper right-hand position, the 1 o'clock, Kwano really has to start using his Mutalisks to really prevent those Medic Marines from running up and doing some decent damage right there, catching some stint Medic Marines. but getting a lot of his Mutos cut a lot. Yeah, there you go. Stim Marines right towards it before they get healed. Come on, Quano. Quano does have weapons 1 at this point, so he's doing even more damage. Might actually one hit no matter if they don't heal. But a lot of Marines are actually running right towards the 1 o'clock position, and Quano is not really noticing and just not fighting with his Mutos right towards that position. He doesn't really have much other than his Mutos, and Flash actually pulls back. I think he saw where the forces of Quano are going for here. We're going to see whether Mutos are actually going to fly right over these. I think they might actually be able to take all these Marines out. No, more reinforced Marines ran up just in time. Quano just for the most part right now, just trusting his Mutos to do all of his work for him. He's microing pretty well, but still getting a few more Mutos killed than he would have wanted. Not doing the right economic damage that he wants to. He's preventing those Medic Marines from running up too much. But Flash has a large enough number that I think that he's going to be able to force those Mutos back and not really do too much damage. Quano really has to start putting up some sunken colonies at his 1 o'clock position. He's going to be forced to use minerals for that. Beautifully microing there, though, taking several Marines out. And as much as the more he does this, the better for him. But some of his Mutos heavily damaged at this point. Those Medic Marines also weapons 1 upgraded. Hive already coming up. Oh my god. Quano going for a hive of 2 fully mining bases and 1/3 that is just now getting up. I think he's taking out